My name is Lolade Ogungbe. I work with Total. I am an intra and entrepreneur. I run some private things outside of my regular job. I've been working with Total for 15 years now, and as the secretary. And over the years, I have moved from different levels, and now I work on the management team. I am also a Rotarian, and I believe a lot in humanitarian service. I started my humanitarian service when I was in secondary school with the Family Life Educational Club sponsored by the Planned Parenthood Federation of Nigeria, and I was the first vice president of that club in my secondary school. And I went to an all-girls school, so it was basically a focus on the girl child, sex education, which was not common in my days because people don't want to talk about it, your parents don't want to talk about it, the neighbors don't want to talk about it, you're too young to have knowledge about sex. But Planned Parenthood Federation of Nigeria actually came up with that platform, and it was very good for us. You know what to do to prevent pregnancies and all that, even if you are not allowed to do such things, but at least somebody's telling you what and what precautions you need to take if you find yourself in a compromising situation. So that's about my secondary school. Then higher institution, I joined the Rotary Club, and we were able to do a lot of humanitarian service in our community then. Most importantly for me in the humanitarian journey is my coming into Rotary about 6 years ago. I came into Rotary because I feel I wanted to give a little out of the nothing I have back to humanity, and it's been a rewarding journey because for me, you're in this world not only to be impacted but to actually impact, and Rotary gives you the opportunity to impact on others. And the beauty of Rotary is you also sometimes there are different levels of giving according to the people that practice Judaism, about 7 levels of giving. But the most important and the most rewarding one is the one in which you give to people who you may never know, who may never know you, and who may never be able to pay you back. And this is the kind of giving we do in Rotary, because most of the time you send your money on Rotary Foundation and all that, you don't even know who is going to benefit from it. And a couple of, maybe about 1 or 2 years ago, I had to raise funds for an accident victim. So under 24 hours, we were able to raise 2.4 million naira for the person to go on a surgery in Germany. And it was one of the most successful fundraising initiative we've ever had in Rotary. In fact, Rotary entered in the entire Nigeria, because the campaign started in the middle of the night. I just had that urge to help the girl, and I say, send me the details, and I called for help in the middle of the night. And by the time I woke up in the morning, I had like 1.8 million, and it was, I needed like 1.8 million actually then, and I just came up and said, I want 900 people who can give me 2,000 naira. I mean, when we bring it that low, it makes it easy for everybody to be involved. And you see people giving 100, 50, 20, 2, and all that. And it was a real beautiful one, and I was really glad. And I'm glad that the girl is in Germany today. Maybe she still cannot walk, but at least she's in a better state of health. And I still hope that she would indeed walk, because that would be my dream coming true. And also, I had to put up some personal funds I actually went to a school to do sanitation project. And getting to the school, I realized that they weren't allowed to run WAEC in the school because they didn't have a hall. So I said to them, give me 10 days, you will have a hall. And they're like, are you sure? I said, no problem. And exactly 12 today from my visit to that school, we had it running and we commissioned the project, but of course from personal funds. So I like to make people happy. I like to see people smile. So for me, what you what you're doing today is something I buy into. The gender mobile. I also believe in people having the chance to be able to express when they are harassed, because we grew up in today's society where you don't talk about, even to your mom. I remember when I was growing, I had a lot of uncles on the street who probably will call you, can you keep secrets and all that. Maybe then I didn't see it as a kind of a subtle harassment, but now thinking about it, I mean, some of them, of course, I can't keep secret. And by the time you come to your mama, like Uncle Lekon said I should go and buy him something, and then, Shewo, prostitute, what are you doing there? You like to move with men too much. They never bother to listen, because you also know the kind of mother that you have that you can't really communicate to. You won't even be able to tell. And for me, creating a platform in which people are comfortable to talk about it, number one, is very important. Even if at the end of the day they need help, they need to talk to a counselor or something, but you should be able to say it first. You should not feel the stigma is there, but you should be able to have somewhere, some organization, someone that you have comfort to share your pain, your agony with, because it's actually a pain, yes. Like I always say something. I say, you could have a boyfriend and you visit him all the time, you have sex and all that. Fine, it's because both of you have mutual consent. But if you visit him on a particular day and he's just in a horrible mood and decides to take you by force, for me, it's still rape. Forget that we have had it together before. Now that you're doing it, I don't want it, and you forced me to do it. And of course, it comes with all the pain and all the agony. I should see you as actually an enemy, because you should always make me do what I want to do. So for me, GenderMobile is a good initiative, and I think it's the one initiative I stand with and I stand to support. And I think bringing on professionals that can talk to victims, it's also a very good and fantastic idea. Having doctors, you can actually go in and say it the way it is too. It's important. Psychologists who you can talk to can actually help you through the trauma. What we pray for is our society should be clean of such ills. But unfortunately, with the computer age, with the social media, with all manners of things coming up, you may not be able to actually get rid of the social ills. They have come to stay in a way. In those days, you will say things don't happen. Okay, it doesn't even. No, things happen in the church. Even pastors are harassing people sexually. So even the church where you think you have comfort, then you don't have comfort anymore. I pray that things will change, but before it changes, I want to appreciate the GenderMobile initiative, and I really think it will be a very good thing for especially the girl child, especially the underage girl child, to be able to find proper help in case they become victim of not only sexual harassment, domestic violence, eating them when you're not supposed to eat them and all that. Those things happen, and these children are unable to talk. You see two parents fighting, you see the child being knocked off, getting injured and all that, and they're unable to tell anybody. So I think your initiative is a fantastic one, and I stand with you.